Hello, it's another exciting Monday night when we come with Sports Hub. Very exciting because Dechi Polo Polo topped Group H of the AFCON qualifiers. You know, the last time it happened, it was in the 2012 campaign when they were trying to go to the Africa Cup, Gabon and Equatorial Guinea. That's when they topped the group. They were on top of Libya. And count from 2012 up to this time, how many years? So now they've topped Group H, and in that Group H, there were teams like Ivory Coast. Of course, they finished at par, 13 points apiece, but Zambia was better on both goal difference and also head-to-head. As you may be aware, CAF counts head-to-head first, but Zambia was better on both aspects. So we are happy for that. So we are celebrating Chipolo Polo. They'll be bouncing back at the Africa Cup of Nations for the first time since 2015. My name is Modern Sinkal, and on today's program, it's an interesting one because I'm hosting a union leader. You know, in football nowadays, there is unionism, so we'll be talking more about unionism and football. So make sure you stay with us. As usual, we have many segments. We have what is trending in sports. We have how much do you know about your sports personalities. I was impressed last week, at least I got some calls, and I fulfilled my promise. Those two who got the answer correctly, at least today they are smiling, at least they have some talk time in their phone. All right, so Esther Mwale, Horn FM sports anchor, is with me here to give us what's trending. Esther, good to have you.
Hi, Morden.
All right.
You see, I'm sharpening my skills.
Yes, you're sharpening your skills indeed.
Every day when I get to receive this ball, I'm always, you know.
Right. Malulu missing again, Julius.
I know, right? But we miss Julius. Hope he gets to come back, you know, soon, join us, because
right.
It's lonely.
Indeed. No, but at least, but at least you're still able to handle. All right. So what's trending?
Well, I mean, I can see from the spirit that you are already motivated by the Chipolo Polo, of course, topping Group H and just heading to the AFCON. But yeah, in as much as we topped Group H, we headed to the AFCON without using any calculators this time around, Modern. What left the fans talking over the weekend was the Comoros Stadium. Oh my goodness, it was really horrible. Now just ask, you know, my director upstairs that they helped me with the photos. So yeah, over the weekend when Zambia was away to Comoros, so much happened. Yes, we won. I mean, we drew rather, after coming from behind. But as you can see on the screen there, Modern, that is the stadium that was approved by CAF to host an international game, a big game for Zambians, you know, in particular, because Comoros, yeah, they were playing for consolidation, but Zambia were playing to win, were playing to motivate themselves as they head to the Africa Cup of Nations. But the stadium, look at the stadium, and then...
Why can't you emphasize, Esther, that the one which is at the bottom...
Yes, that's what I want to do. Look at our stadium and look at Comoros Stadium. So people were asking themselves questions to say, but who approved Comoros Stadium and left out Hero Stadium and Levansa Stadium? I mean, from the look of things, if you get to look in the picture there, Hero Stadium is... I mean, looks healthy than Comoros Stadium. So people had so much to ask themselves. But anyway, it's only CAF that can be able to answer these questions. I mean, we can ask ourselves questions, but then we don't have answers.
And actually, we are told people were men and women were sharing the toilets.
I mean, just look at how green our stadium is. And then you compare to that stadium. How sure? Whoever approved that stadium, please, they need to address us, because a lot of people were complaining and they found it not to be fair that they had to not approve Hero Stadium. Hero Stadium that looks fit, and then went on to approve a stadium. Just look at the pitch. And then it was very difficult for the Chipolo Polo boys of Zambia in the first half. I'm sure you saw how they struggled, but later onwards they managed to, you know, just be able to bounce back in the second half. So yeah, anyway, we'll wait. This issue, Morden, will not, just go just like that one. I don't know that one first statement. Say, how was the stadium approved and how is it fit, than there was the Hero Stadium and of course the Linos Stadium in Lusaka. But anyway, just quickly running to what happened as well. There's so much drama in the MTN Super League. So much drama is happening. Of course, last week when I was here, I talked about FC Rangers parting ways with Ian Bakala, and of course a little bit right here in the studio by the name of Morden Sinkala had told he had already spilled the beans to say he had headlines of Ian Bakala joining Ghana Football Club. What? It is true. More drama, but what a lot of people are waiting for is to get to hear Beston Chambeshi heading to Forest Rangers. That would be so exciting, but we've not heard.
It happens in Zambian football.
Yeah, it gets happens in Zambian football, but we haven't heard anything of that. So here is a statement of Ghana Football Club announcing Ian Bakala as their new head coach. So now, people asked questions to say, why leave Forest Rangers and join Ghana Football Club? A Forest Rangers that has been...
He has to develop thick skin.
A Forest Rangers that has been so good in the MTN Super League, and then you just head to Ghana Football Club. People ask a lot of questions. They started comparing Ian Bakala to Graham Potter of Brighton and Chelsea Football Club, respectively. Remember, he was at Brighton. Things were okay for him. Brighton was doing good. Brighton was in the top 4 of the English Premier League. But when no sooner did he just move to Chelsea, he started experiencing problems. And look at him. Where is he today? He doesn't have a job. So people are afraid for Ian Bakala to say the same that happened to Graham Potter could be the same thing to happen to him in the MTN Super League. But anyway, it's not only Beston Chambeshi that was sent on administrative leave, Morden, but also we've got the newcomers, Trident Football Club coach, Israel Mwanza. So today, Israel Mwanza has been sent on administrative leave. So Trident had announced via a statement.
Administrative leaves are trending, eh?
I know, right? So they had announced via a statement on their Facebook page that they will be sending, in fact, that they have sent Israel Mwanza on administrative leave. So this is due to the poor performances that Trident have been having in as far as the MTN Super League is concerned. So we were all excited when we had, Trident coming back to the MTN Super League. We were expecting, an FC Musa side. Remember when FC Musa came to the MTN Super League last season? It came so dominant in the league, such that at the end of the season, it managed to earn itself, a spot in the CAF Confederations League. So obviously, that is the same dream that Trident Football Club as well is, having, and obviously that's the same dream that Mutondo Stars is having, considering the fact that they were motivated after beating our Red Ghana Football Club in the MTN Super League. So yeah, obviously the motivation is still there for Mutondo Stars. But we'll wait and see for Trident Football Club, how things will be for Trident Football Club. Is it a good decision that they have to send, their coach on administrative leave? So we're waiting to get to see how Ghana Football Club and Trident Football Club will get to improve since they've sent their coaches on leave. All right, so away from that, talking about the Polo boys, Modern. So before the Polo boys managed to land in Comoros, as they were going, keeping themselves entertained. As you can see on the screen, there's a video that is trending, that is still trending, of Evans Kangwa complaining to say Frankie Musonda. So as you can see, that's Evans Kangwa sitting in between of Roderick Kawe as well as Frankie Musonda.
Yeah, maybe for the sake of the viewers, let's hear what he exactly said.
All right.
boy Bongarepa was in that one year, how much is it for 2 hours? Ah, the boy,
Fearing to speak English for 2 hours, 30 minutes on the flight.
I know, right? It's indeed a long journey, and Evans Kangwa couldn't take it. Rather, he had to, call Patson, who has been in England.
In the EPL.
Yeah, who has been in England for a long time, to come and sit right next to Frankie Musoda.
And you heard Rodri Kawe saying,
was like, so you see, the team already in high spirit as they were landing to Comoros. They need to say, something is going to come out, and that's how we're supposed to be. Like that is what we're supposed to expect from our Zambia national team. So yeah, it is something that has been trending, something that really cracked me when I saw the video trending. Evans Kanga complaining, calling and do Patson boy, for 2 hours, and then we head on the other side. Rodrick was saying, boss, me, I'm going to sleep.
and I saw Frankie smiling. I don't know if he heard or he didn't hear. I
think he was smiling due to the fact that maybe he heard Patson laughing. So obviously he was thinking the boys cracked in a joke, something like that. So I kept on wondering how he gets to communicate or gets to enjoy to contribute to the jokes that his teammates will get to throw.
I'm sure he will learn. He will learn.
Yeah, we're expecting him to learn. The easiest language for him, I feel, is Bemba. At least it's connected to him, so we're expecting him to learn. All right, so away from the Zambian League, as well as the Chipolopolo Boys of Zambia, Modern, something happened beyond our borders, and this one is, of course, involving the Spanish FA president. That is, of course, Luis Rubiales. So finally, he has stepped down. So finally, he has stepped down. The elephant just, has dropped down from the tree finally. So yesterday,
there was so much pressure, including from, in Zambia we have FAUZ, Footballers and Allied Workers Union of Zambia. So the FAUZ of Spain was very much voicing out. So today we are hosting someone from FAUZ. Obviously, they will touch on that one.
So finally, he managed to step down. He resigned yesterday from being the Spanish FA president, as well as the UEFA chairman. So he stepped down yesterday. So it was really something that was amazing. Finally, he couldn't. Majority wins after all. So that's what happened there. And of course, just wrapping up, what happened, of course, what transpired over the weekend. Modern. So over the weekend, we had France taking on Republic of Ireland in an international friendly. But what was so funny in this game is seeing the Irish fans raising Leo Messi's jersey in the stands. So they were spreading a message to say, by the time that they were doing this, Republic of Ireland were already down by 2-0, but they never cared. Rather, they kept on lifting Messi's jersey in the stands to tell France to say, in as much as you are beating us now, in as much as we are losing right about now, don't forget the fact that you lost to Messi and Argentina.
At the World Cup.
That is what was happening. So I don't know what happened to Irish fans. They were trying by all means possible to be violent, but I think that didn't get to France. They went on dominating the first half, the second half, and finally managed to pick up 3 points in as far as the European Championship qualifiers is concerned. So this is what I had for you today, Morden.
Okay, thank you very much, Esther. So Esther Mwale, Horn FM Sports anchor there, giving us an update on what is trending. We move on to a different segment. This is an exciting segment because how much do you know about your sportsmen and women? And last week, at least 2 people got it right. I had Jack Chifueta of Ndola. He called in and got it right. Bernard Chisanga, also of Serenge, he also got it right. And like I promised, the first 2 correct answers get themselves 20 kwacha airtime. And as of today, I already deposited that 20 kwacha airtime from my pocket. So at least even today, the first two answers, at least from my own pocket, I will give each one at least 20 kwacha airtime. All right, so yes, last week, let's just see the photo that we showed you last week. And that's the late Jones Mwewa. So Mwewa, who was born on 12th March 1973, was part of the Zambia national football team, finished third at the 1996 Africa Cup of Nations in South Africa. So he was part of that team which finished third in South Africa. He played club football for Railway Express, Power Dynamos, and Konkola Blades. Mwewa made several appearances for the Zambia national football team, including 13 FIFA World Cup qualifying matches. He was also part of the Zambian team at the 2000 and 2002 Africa Cup of Nations. Mwewa died suddenly on 18th November, that's 2011, at the age of 38. So we can say, may his soul continue resting in peace. He is a Zambian hero. So he played as a defender. But today I have another photo for you. I want you to identify this sportsman. So if you know this sportsman, make sure you call us on 0211 25 30 25. 0211 25 30 25. Or you can send a WhatsApp message on 0955 20 29 04. You can go to Facebook. You find Modern Sinkala Sports or Sports Hub Facebook page, and you'll be able to send in or call in. So we'll show you that photo later on. Make sure you stay with us. But let's go to a different segment. This is the results segment, and we start with the Midlands Basketball Association MBA League Week 14 and 15 games played on 9th and 10th September 2023. In the Super League, it was Red Arrows 59, Matero Magics 84, Green Buffaloes 87, Bulldogs 66, Munali Suns 61, Napsa Hurricanes 69, Matero Warriors 84, Hawks 58, LCC Lutas 77, Unza Pacers 82. In the Feminine League, it was Hotspurs 41, Napsa Breeze 58, Mystics 24, Dolphins 82, Magic Spark 60, Unza Honey 17, Green Buffaloes 58, Lusaka Basket Queens 64. From basketball, we go to netball in the Midlands Netball Association Mina Premier League Week 15 games played at Kabwe Tennis Club. It was Green Buffaloes 40, Mazabuka United nil. This was a walkover result. Green Eagles 40, Unza nil. Another walkover result. Kalingalinga United 30, Napsa 41. Red Arrows 43, Nkwazi 29. Then the game between Prison Leopards and Lusaka City Council was postponed. In the MTN Super League, Week 2 rescheduled results. There were only 2 games being played because Power Dynamos and FC Muza are involved in continental games, so they played their games over the weekend. So it was Power Dynamos 2, Nkwazi 1. So Power Dynamos recording their first 3 points and Nkwazi recording their first loss of the season. Red Arrows 1, FC Muza 1. So far, Red Arrows and FC Muza are also yet to lose. So Power Dynamos, Red Arrows and FC Muza are all on 5 points. Let's now go to the AFCON qualifiers. On Wednesday, it was Libya 1, Equatorial Guinea 1. Thursday, it was Angola 0, Madagascar 0, Ghana 2, Central African Republic 1, Niger 0, Uganda 2, Algeria 0, Tanzania 0, Tunisia 3, Botswana 0. On Friday, it was Egypt 1, Ethiopia 0, Burkina Faso 0, Eswatini 0, Mali 4, South Sudan 0. On Saturday, it was Malawi 2, Guinea 2, Mozambique 3, Benin 2, Cote d'Ivoire 1, Lesotho 0, Mauritania 2, Gabon 1, Congo DR 2, Sudan 0, Comoros 1, Zambia 1. Then the game between Morocco and Liberia was postponed because Morocco faced an earthquake which has claimed over 2,000 people. Senegal 1, Rwanda 1. On Sunday, yesterday, it was Nigeria 6, Sao Tome and Principe 0, Togo 3, Cape Verde 2, Gambia 2, Congo Brazzaville 2. So today, Monday, it was Guinea-Bissau 2, Sierra Leone 1. And tomorrow, the final game of the qualifiers, it will be Burundi versus, it will be Cameroon actually versus Burundi. This game will be played at 21 hours. And Cameroon really needs this game. Also, Burundi needs this game because Burundi is on 4 points, Cameroon on 4 points. So the winner takes it all. And it means they will join, they have to join Namibia. But if they draw, then it will go down to head-to-head in terms of which team qualifies. Will it be Namibia, who are on 5 points, or Cameroon, or Burundi? Because the 3 teams will be on 5 points should Cameroon and Burundi draw tomorrow. So all to play for. So here are the teams that have qualified already with 2 teams remaining. So Nigeria, Group A winners, Guinea-Bissau, Group A winners, Burkina Faso, Group B winners, Cape Verde, Group B runners-up, Egypt, Group D winners, Guinea, Group D runners-up, Ghana, Group E winners, Angola, Group E runners-up, Algeria, Group F winners, Tanzania, Group F runners-up, Mali, Group G winners, and Gambia, Group G runners-up, Zambia, Group H winners, Ivory Coast, Group H runners-up, and they are also hosts, DR Congo, Group I winners, Mauritania, Group I runners-up, Tunisia, Group J winners, Equatorial Guinea, Group J runners-up, Morocco, Group K runners-up or winners. So because Morocco didn't play, so when they play, it's either they'll be Group K winners or runners-up. Then South Africa, depending on the result between Morocco and Liberia, South Africa will be either Group K winners or runners-up. Senegal, Group L winners, Mozambique, Group L winners. So these are the teams that have qualified so far, and Zambia is among those teams. So we wait between Cameroon and Liberia. I mean, between Cameroon and Namibia, who will join the other 22 nations. So for now, we take a break and we'll play a song done by 1J. This one is titled Mulwelele, and this is dedicated to the Chipolopolo.
Mulwelele Barutiro niri kandera bola mina mina ni mina. Aluwezeze. Awa. Kapte. Kise wunda music ise. Amweze. Eni shaki. Ea faten. Wena ya. Wena
Pusta wa imona. Pusta mona. Pusta wa imona. Pusta mona. Sabota.
Yes, many thanks to the Zambian national side, so-called the Chikorokoro boys, for lifting the Africa Cup here. And before you lifted the AFCON, it was the same Sunday I can see the Republican President, Mr. Mike Ruchirufya Pabatosata, laying wreaths at Independence Stadium at the graves of those fallen heroes into the Gabonese sea coast. Remember, Zambians, you have made us proud. You have partially wiped away our tears to whatever happened in 1993 here. And here is a touching message. As you are heading to the World Cup, I need to inform the whole world that Zambians are now coming here. Many thanks to the Vuvuzela boys for boosting the morale for our national side.
Indeed. So that's 1J. He says Muluelele. All right. Dedicated to the Zambia national football team for topping the group. So it's now time for me to introduce my guest in the studio. He is now a football union leader, but we've known him as a journalist. He's a veteran journalist and also a former diplomat, but now he's a football administrator. I'm talking about Joe Kaunda. Please help me welcome Joe Kaunda. Good to have you.
Great to be here. Yeah, indeed.
You're very much welcome.
Thank you.
All right. All right. So for starters, people would want to know you. Give us your background. Who are you? When were you born? Who exactly are you?
Okay. My name is Joe Kaunda, just like you've rightly said. Joe Kasapo Kaunda. I always emphasize the Kasapo.
The middle name.
Exactly. Yeah, I was born on 17th March 1974. My parents being Mr. Joe Kaunda Sr., who used to work in the Indeco group of companies, and my mother being Mrs. Bwalia Kaunda. Yeah. Well, my father passed on some time back, so we're just with my mother now. I'm born from a family of 7 children. Yeah, I'm the third born and the eldest among the boys. Yeah, I started my school in 1980 at Parklands Primary School in Chilanga.
Oh,
yes.
Right.
Now I understand it's a secondary school. Yeah, it used to be a primary school then. From Parklands, I went to Kablonga Boys. From Kablonga Boys, where I did my my junior secondary. After that, I went to Mporokoso Secondary. I was posted to Mporokoso Secondary School. Yeah, that's where I completed. Then I went into journalism. I started my journalism at Africa Literature Center, Mindolo, a community foundation. Yeah, and after that, that's when I got into the world of journalism. Yeah. Journalism, while doing journalism, I did I sat on quite a number of desks. I was on the social desk. I did children's programs. I did lifestyle stories. Then sports also to some extent, and I settled for business and financial news. Right. I started doing my business studies, and I graduated with a master's in business administration. Yeah. From there, there was a change in government, and I was offered to serve in foreign service by the late President, may he so rest in peace, President Michael Sata. My position was to serve as Deputy High Commissioner in South Africa, where I served for 3 years. And later on, I was transferred to France by President Edgar Lungu, where I served until 2019.
Right.
Yeah, so probably I should add that besides just doing my journalism before I ventured into the civil service, I also served as general manager for Post ISP Zambia when the Post decided to diversify and set up an ISP company. I was their first general manager. I set it up from scratch until we started operating. Yeah, so all that adds to my credentials in terms of administration.
Wow,
Yeah.
it's really a huge CV that you have.
Yeah.
Right, before I ask you the next question, let's revert to the question that I asked you. I want you to identify the sportsman who once served Zambia at the highest level. Would you know him? Yes, that one. Let's see how many would know that sportsman. If you know, give us a call. The numbers will be crawling on the screen. That's the question we are asking you for today. Give us a call, or maybe you can send those messages to WhatsApp 0955 2029 04, or you can send to Facebook, Modern Sinkara Sports, or Sports Hub Facebook page. All right. So you've given us an illustrious career, but are you a family man?
Oh yes, I'm married to a lovely lady by the name of Joe Kaunda.
I'm sure that's her.
Oh yes, that is her.
Ah,
And
interesting.
yeah, we've been married for 17 years now, and we've been blessed by a baby girl. Although she was born about 6 years ago. She'll be celebrating her 6th birthday. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, she was born in France actually.
Oh,
Yes.
so is she French or she's Zambian?
No, she's Zambian. She has to follow her roots, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nice one, nice one. Okay, so only have one child.
Yes, we only have one child.
Right. Okay, interesting, interesting. Right. So have you been involved in sports before?
Yes, sports, for starters, sports has been a passion for me. I remember the early days at school. Yeah, we would play the social games. Then we graduated into when we started work as journalists.
And I can see you there.
Yes, those.
Which one are you there?
on the far left.
Oh, far left. Ah, okay.
Yes. We were very young then. In that picture, there's Dixon Jerry.
I didn't even recognize him.
Yes, there's Mr. Kelvin Shimo. Then kneeling there on the right, that's former Permanent Secretary for Information. That's Mr. Amos Malupenga.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, in the middle, that's Brighton Piri and another colleague of ours we used to work with. Yeah.
So that's a post team.
Yes, that was a post team. It was part of the post team.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
So yeah, we used to enjoy social games, and then from there, I guess I developed an interest in academies, trying to see the grooming of youngsters into into fully fledged players. Yeah, so I got involved with Lusaka Youth Soccer Academy.
Okay, with Linos Kaputa.
Yes, with Linos as our chairman.
Okay.
Yeah, we've worked very closely. Even the time that I served as deputy ambassador to France, he brought through some teams to play there, and we've been involved quite for some time, and that's where I draw actually my inspiration to serve even in the current position that I am. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So let's look at as an administrator. At what point did you develop the interest to be a sports administrator?
Well, I would say the likes of this seasoned, well, to start with, we were very close to the late Mr. Michael Mwape. Yeah, he served Zambia very well, and he died, unfortunately, in the Gabon disaster. I got close to the likes of Smata, the time that they served as interim, you know, just to try to steer affairs. Yeah, while they were still putting things in place together with Mr. Musa Kasonka Jr. I was a journalist then. The late David Perry, even him, may his soul rest in peace. I mean, these were seasoned people that you would sit with and chat with, and they would tell you the ins and outs of administration. But Teddy Mulonga at least is still around. We chat from time to time. Yeah. And then, of course, even Kalusha Walia himself, when I was still in journalism, we would talk a lot. Yeah. Sometimes even on flights, while we were traveling to South Africa, we would have a chat and, you know, that kind of situation, including the current president, Andrew Kamanga. So all these have gotten to inspire me. And my colleague also, Dixon Jerry, he's been in sports administration now. Yeah. And, you know, you take an inward look and say, like, okay, how can I contribute to the development of sport in the country, especially football in my case?
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right. And now you are the FAU's General Secretary. How did you get this job?
Well, it's been quite interesting because I've been involved with FAU's from inception.
Okay.
Before FAU's actually came into fruition. Linos, the founder member, Linos Chalwe.
Linos Chalwe.
Yeah, Linos Chalwe, together with Vice President Mr. Noah Mwandila, and a couple of other colleagues. When they were mooting the idea of coming up with a union, sometimes I would interact with them. Yeah, except I was much more in the background, and that's the time that I left for diplomatic service. So they set up, and after I was back, yeah, they advertised that there was this opening, and I did actually express my intentions because I had joined the union, but much more in the background.
Okay.
Yeah, I had joined the union, and when finally there was an opportunity to stand for election, I offered myself. I filed my nomination, and at least I got voted into the position.
Right.
And just to add, I was nominated by James Chamanga.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So, I mean, it kind of, you know, gives you a boost when you have such a seasoned player, such a disciplined player, having the faith in you to say, like, yo, I think you're up to the job and you can contribute to the development of soccer in the country.
Right. Why do you think you are the best man for this job?
Well, I don't consider myself to be the best.
Okay.
Far from it. I just consider myself to offer the best at the moment so that we see the union grow. You know, in administration, it's basically like a relay. You know, you run up to a certain point, you pass on the button, and someone builds on the success and foundation that you've set up. This is pretty much what I'm doing, and I'm privileged. The names that I've just been mentioning here in administration, I would say, like, I'm happy that I've had the opportunity to ride on their shoulders. These are great people in the sport, and I still have a lot to learn. So in terms of being the best, I would say, no, I don't think I'm the best, but I'm willing to offer my best to ensure that at least we take this union to higher heights.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so for a layman who is listening right now and watching, what is FAU's all about?
Oh, FAU's is an interesting one. You know, when you talk about unions in the country, you talk about workers working for companies, business entities and the like, including obviously the state, You know, now Fawuz represents footballers. Fawuz was born out of the realization that football is a job like any other. If football is a job like any other, it means that the footballers are workers. Now, the workers need representation. For the longest time in the country, workers, were basically just serving at the mercy of either those in government or those at Football House. Now, with the coming in of the union, we are giving the footballers a voice in terms of the conditions under which they work. One would ask, like, okay, how do they work? I mean, when you see them playing football on the pitch, first of all, you have to ask, is the pitch good enough for the footballers? If the pitch is not good enough, you find that they are prone to injuries. They are prone to injuries. They are short career. I mean, they are already shortened career is shortened further. You know, footballers have a very short career span. Unlike the other workers who have to work until they are 55, they are 60, and that kind of situation. Footballers, you find that from the age of 30, 35, they start contemplating retirement. Yeah. So what we want to do as a union is to ensure that we come up with progressive retirement packages, progressive pensions. You know, we've been engaging the pension houses, the insurance houses, you know, to come up at least with something that can benefit them, because theirs is a very short, short-term career. Then the other thing that we do as a union is to also empower them with information such as financial literacy, you know, because you find that at the prime of their career, they earn very, very huge amounts of money. But it's a utilization of those funds that, leave a lot to be desired. You find that after an illustrious career, within a short period of time, someone is, on the streets struggling.
You're very right. A couple of examples, a number of players who were doing very well, but this time they've been asking for a coin surely for someone who was maybe even playing professional football, earning a lot of money, and so forth. Yeah,
but we are encouraged that even some of these former players, like Fawuz has been working quite closely with the likes of Elijah Litana, they've learned from their mistakes, or what I would say, whatever challenges that they've encountered. And they are ready to share that kind of information with the young players. So whenever we hold such kind of programs, literacy programs, and we go on our recruitment drive, we invite some of these seasoned players, the retired ones, they come in to offer guidance and to offer counsel. If you recall, we're talking about he was among the most celebrated defenders. Indeed. Yes. He would fly into the country with a private jet. Yeah, so he shares all those experiences. Right. And I'm glad at least that he's been willing to partner with Fawuz.
That's great. So how many members do you have at the moment?
The strength of any union is based on the membership. And basically, we just launched, in fact, today, our massive recruitment drive. We'll be making noise about it so that at least people know what we're doing. Our numbers are not very impressive at the moment. We are sitting at about just slightly over 1,000. But when you look at how many fish there is in the pond, we have the capacity to get on board about 9,000 Yeah, 9,000. Because we don't just target the Premier League. It's basically all the leagues, including the academies. So we are looking at about 9,000 that we can work with.
Right.
And right now we are focused on partnering with corporate entities so that they can see the benefit of investing a little into supporting the union, so that at least we get as many footballers on board. And these are people that can push their brands, Those are the projects that we're looking at. But first of all, at least we have to convince the players to come on board.
So how has been the response from the players?
The response has been very good. I can say that from the biannual council, where I was elected General Secretary, we interacted with the players, and immediately they started offering themselves to be, to further. To be our ambassadors, so to speak, because obviously those are already our members, but they're going out to recruit as many as possible.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about females. How many females do you have as members, and what are you going to do regarding these sexual allegations? We've seen what has happened in Spain, where the union mounted campaigns until we saw the coach being sacked, also the president resigning. What are you doing as a union in that regard?
Look, we are, first of all, I need to state that Fauz appreciates the position taken by, the direction taken by the Football Association of Zambia with regard to focusing on youth and women's soccer. We definitely have to celebrate our ladies for having done us proud, having gone, to represent our country at the recently held World Cup. Now, we are also affiliated to our mother body, the Players Union called FIFPro, headquartered in the Netherlands. The position is the same, to say we have to encourage the development of soccer among the women folk, the girls. But now, for that to thrive, there has to be protection of the girls. Abuse is the last thing that we want to hear about. Those that face, such charges have to be investigated, and obviously the full wrath of the law taking its course in the event that they are found guilty. Again, we have to look at two things. There's an allegation and actually proving that, such did take place. I'm happy to report that we are working closely with FIFPro, like I indicated, and as we speak, FIFA has strengthened its statutes to ensure that whoever is involved in abuse of the girls or the women, faces a very strong sanction. And what it is there's a possibility of maybe the girls failing to come out and speak, testify, and that kind of situation. But FIFA provides, first of all, counsel. They provide all the support that is required to ensure that at least those that face such kind of charges are brought to book. So why am I mentioning these organizations? Because they are basically like our big brothers, supporting us, telling us that, no, we support you. If at all there are such kind of charges, come out and tell us, report. And we have our own mechanisms in which to ensure that at least we work with the FA so that whoever is found guilty in such regard is brought to book.
All right.
Yeah.
So by the time you run your term, how would you want to be remembered? What footprint do you want to leave at Fauz? Well,
I want to obviously be remembered as someone who basically stood for the rights and welfare of the players. Someone who contributed to the development of soccer from the grassroots. Yeah, because look, without favorable conditions applying I mean, being offered to our players, you cannot expect much development. We're talking about basic things like even changing rooms, making sure that they are in a habitable state, they are in a usable state, and that kind of situation. Players entertain us. They bring unity in our country, but the appreciation for the player sometimes leaves much to be desired. There's another point again. I want to be remembered as someone who contributed to cooperation with the clubs, because clubs should not view us as, oh, these people want to cause confusions within. No. They are our cooperating partners. The members, I mean, their players are our members. Yeah. And what we all want to see is what's best for the players. Yeah. And a happy player, a motivated player, you know, gives you good results. Right. That's what we want to see.
All right, interesting. Right, I'm sure you learned one or two things regarding unionism, but we are going. I didn't receive any call regarding the question I asked you, but you can still send the messages to WhatsApp 0955 20 29 04 and answer the question if you know it, or to Facebook, Modern Sinkala Sports or Sports Hub Facebook page. Then we'll read those answers next week. Then I'll still fulfill the talk time issue. So before we release you, at least we want to see if you still have the skills in you. We saw you in a football jersey. So there is the ball. You show us some ball juggling skills. Right.
Not that I'm scared, but I injured my knee sometime.
That sounds like an excuse.
No.
Okay.
No.
There you are. And time starts now. 1, 2, 3.
You see, yeah.
I'll give you another chance.
Yeah.
1. Okay. Still have another chance.
But how many do you want me to?
If you can do 10, then I'll know that at least you've played football before. 1, 2. 1, 2.
Okay. At least.
Thank you very much. At least you've tried.
Yeah.
So even footballers have come here and have failed at times.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for coming. So I was hosting Joe Kaunda, who is the new General Secretary for Footballers and Allied Workers Union. So if you want to know more about unionism, you can follow them. Where are your offices?
Our offices are on Tokyo Road, just off Mosotunya Road. Yeah. There's a big signpost on the wall written Fauz.
Fauz.
Yeah.
Right.
And probably let me just make a quick appeal.
Very quickly, 10 seconds.
Yes. My players, won't say please. We are here to save you. The union is for you. Yeah, we got an insurance. We'll speak for you. We'll speak for you. We'll represent you. So please come through. Yeah, we are your people.
Indeed. Thank you very much. So the message is out and clear for you players out there. So until next week when I come with another guest, my name is Morten Tapechera Sinkala. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.